What's up guys, Walla Walla here. Today is the 9th of November 2015. What I thought I would do is record a session of Mountain Blade to upload to my YouTube channel. The reason why I'm not streaming this is because in the last live stream session, towards the end, I challenged a Berserker to a duel of sorts. I challenged him to a fight to the death, which sadly I lost. Now what that meant was that I was reverted back to the title screen. Now that usually isn't too much of an issue, because obviously you can just load up the save and carry on. Unfortunately, the previous time it saved was quite a ways before the duel I challenged. So what I thought I would do before my next live session of Mountain Blade is to catch up. That way then, if there are multiple failed attempts with this duel, as I do intend to challenge that guy again when it comes down to it, I can then obviously edit it out where applicable. So let's dive into it. And hopefully it doesn't take us too long to get to that point. So we've got to enter the farmstead again. Unfortunately, the battle we had before, where we were under the impression we were getting our mother back for the prisoner exchange, it does mean I have to do that again. So let's just dodge these pigs and speak to Ulf. So of course, Heil, my name is Ulf Thorson. My Jarl Sigurd Ragnarsson notified me that you were coming. Welcome to my farm. You and your men can eat and sleep here until Sigurd's people arrive. The only thing I ask is that none of them come close to my daughter Thora. Well, I'm going to try and keep the similar options before, where we'll promise that his daughter will be safe under my protection. So Ulf will go about and give his orders. And of course, we're not too happy with the choice of sour milk and buttered bread. But of course, Ulf assures us it is all that he has, and he's offered it with goodwill. So Reinhard, he's lying. I've seen barrels of beer and venison in a nearby warehouse. We are eating and drinking this shit while he is keeping the best for himself. Ijal isn't too pleased. He spits out and throws away his drinking horn. He is laughing at us. He's a rich man, yet he gives us the worst dining. He has neglected the laws of hospitality. He dies now. Nobody laughs at Ijal, and he will serve as an example to others to respect us. Brunhild raises her hands, calling for calm. If you kill this man, you'll have to pay compensation to his family. Or perhaps they decide to seek revenge on yours. Is that what you really want? Do not kill him then. But let's cut his sword hand. He does not deserve Valhalla. So we can say that good food and drink has been offered. This is the home of Ulf, and we'll follow his ways. Nobody's going to die here. Eat and drink what our host offered you, and be happy about it. Well, Ijal and Reinhard are right. Ulf has broken the rules of hospitality. I think I'm going to say that I'm going to tell him to like what he's got, basically. So, of course he doesn't like that. Bullshit, I will not drink their piss and eat their garbage. I do not care if Ijal kills him or not. I will go directly to Ulf's warehouse and take what I want. He applauds. Yes, good idea, Reinhard. I will do the same. Ragnar may stay with him and drink sour milk if he wants. So I'm going to tell them that, of course, that when I give orders, I demand they be followed. I stop surprised by your authoritative tone. Ijal turns to you nervous. Yes, my lord. We are at your service, and will do as you command. Do not touch the stock. That food is not ours. So of course Ulf is pleased with this. Thanks, I'm sure the gods will reward you. I will tell you one thing, Sven Bolnek is not a man who easily submits to, so keep your weapons close. So of course our party doesn't like it, but we gain reputation. Because of course, you know, we've done the right thing. That's what I'll do now. I go to station my men to wait until Sven Bolnek appears. So it's not long before your lookouts warn you that a party of men is approaching. The tension is thick on the farm, but Egil, positioned on a hill, sends a word not to worry because the visitors carry the banners of the king. King Horik is sending reinforcements. Well, that is a relief, because we will need them. Hail Ragnar, hail Egil, Vinir. We received your message and we are here. We hope we are in time to come to the party. Well, you most certainly are. Sure, Harold, we're still waiting for the man of Sigurd, Snake in the Eye. My friend here is eager to meet Sven Bolnek. Well, that we are. Welcome, Harold. We appreciate the help of King Horik. Cracky, it helps to talk. I'm sure of it. Until the time comes, I will keep my men hidden, ready to intervene if things get ugly. The king was very clear, Ragnar. You must not begin hostilities. In fact, he wants you to avoid confrontation if at all possible. So of course I'm going to reassure that it will not be me that starts this battle. The king is a man who likes his wishes to be executed. Now we enter the farm. My men are hungry and thirsty. Solveig approaches us. Begging your pardon, but I can't keep silence. Not you, handsome. That man Egil, he is stupid, arrogant, and fat. He loves battle with bloodthirsty passion, without understanding the honor or poetry of war. Despite trying to intimidate the bards, he has also made unwelcome advances. He'll bring us nothing but misfortune and sorrow, that's for certain. I don't like being around him, and I don't think he should be with us. I have also instructed him that a Skaljmo, if I pronounce that correctly, must be a virgin, but he stupidly keeps speaking of love. I cannot abide by him any longer. That's all. Sorry to have to trouble you with this, handsome. Well, I'm going to listen to her over Egil any day, because Egil is a bit of a pain in the backside, so... You tell Egil you have my support. I'll ignore the alliance agreement for the time being. Kingdom of Denmark and the Kingdom of North Viga have entered into an alliance. It doesn't apply to us at the moment because, well, we're not allied with anybody. So we'll just, as I say, we'll ignore it. So you discover that the farm is a good place to spend a day away from the dangers and difficult decisions of the road. For a moment you dream that the farm is yours. You cultivate the fields, direct the slaves, and have each day bettered by the following. You think of Thora, a beautiful woman protected by a father. She does not have to worry about anything other than being happy. You see yourself sitting on a bench at the door, watching the sunset or the dawn. Is this what you want? Or would it be too much of the same for you? No matter, you still have many things to do before thinking of a quiet life. On the second day, one of your lookouts alerts you about armed men approaching. They are numerous and carry the banner of Sigurd Snake in the Eye. Without having to give orders, your men pick up their weapons, put on their armour, and they run to the farm entrance to form their shield wall. Well, this is it, guys. It looks like we're about to do battle with Snake in the Eye's men. So let's go begin the exchange. So it's Olvir Whitehair. Hail, men in the farm. We have a prisoner for you. You look at the men who came. There are many. Maybe more than 60. Well, we've only got 30. And they're well armed. A prisoner is pushed ahead with his head covered with a sack. That's kind of funny. His. I thought it's meant to be my mum. Okay, this part of the text goes quite quickly, so I'll just let you guys read it, and if it goes too fast, just pause. Okay, so this is speak to our mother. Let's just remove the sack. The ugly face of a smiling man appears before you. Perhaps you thought we were just going to give you your mother, after what you've done, destroying our plans in Dockinga, insulting my Jarl at his own home. Sigurd Ragnarsson wants you dead. Now you die. No, sir. Now you die. See? Just like that. Right, let's kill these guys, but unfortunately we are outnumbered, so we do have to be careful. And they're all well armed as well. What? That man stole my kill. Ow. Ow. This battle's going better than last time, actually. Oliver Whitehair just went down. A sack of potatoes. The guy's head fell off. Oh dear, I don't see many of my men. After a brutal combat, Alt's farm is covered with corpses. Your men roam between the bodies, finishing off the wounded and taking everything that is of value. You look at Egil, who is cutting off the finger of a dying warrior to take a golden ring. Then at Brunhild, who's watching with horror all the carnage. Then at Regenhard, who's laughing, sitting on a corpse. You yourself do not know how you feel. Somebody said once that war changes people, that it is a ferocious demon that devours your soul. Have you changed? Are you different? Your thoughts are broken when two of your soldiers bring before you Olvir. He's still alive, but not for long. The blood gushes from his side, unstoppable. Well, we better talk to the guy then. Egil stops looting when Olvir is carried to you. He approaches. Damn Olvir Whitehair. Perhaps you thought you could beat us. I had heard that you're a smart man. Olvir is coughing up blood and puts his hand on his side. He looks tired, very tired, but still proud. He stands up straight. My life and my death serve the purposes of my lord. My victory would have been over an enemy that he hates. My death will make you banned before the assembly, Ragnar. Well, let's threaten. His face is pale. He has a moment of life left. You fool! I will laugh at you when Sigurd Ragnarsson kills you, as I enjoy feasts in Valhalla. You have no idea who Sigurd Snake in the Eye is and what he is capable of. Everyone fears him, even his own brothers. Well, maybe not Ivar the Blameless. Ivar is the most ruthless of the sons of Ragnar. He has a cough that makes him stoop. You see blood flowing from his side in less quantity, and his eyes begin to fade. I'm dying. Give me my sword so that the Valkyries will see that I am a warrior and take me to the halls of Odin. Ragnar, this man has insulted and threatened you and tried to kill us. He is not deserving of our compassion. Also, giving the sword is a pagan custom. Let him die and go to hell. Well, Reginhard, I am pagan. I converted to the pagan ways. Egil, give him his sword. It will allow him to travel to Valhalla. Of course, Egil likes it. Reginhard doesn't. Egil carefully puts the sword in the hands of Olvir, who looks at you gratefully. Banquets, women, and endless battles await you in the Hall of the Gods, Olvir. You've been a good warrior, although we have been enemies. I will see you someday, and maybe we can fight along each other at Ragnarok. Sir, it is time we hit the road. We should go talk to my father, King Horik. Being charged with murder before the assembly is a very serious thing, and Sigurd would seek to exploit this advantage to the fullest. Let us waste no more time but go. So I went in with 30 and I've now got 14, so we lost 16 troops. So let's get the men that we left behind, or we couldn't take with us rather, and let us continue on. Now I think this guy could do with promoting. I'll promote him up to a bowman. I'm going to focus on bowman. So let's leave. So overall, we've lost quite a few troops. So quests. So let's bring up a quest. So I think we've got to find the king. Yeah. Which is a shame. I will go by via Ride by North for starters. Actually, we'll go to Skyforth by, and then just making sure there's no enemies, because quite a few nations hate me at the moment. So let's recruit one Norseman. Ride by North. Can't wait to get a horse, I tell you. 4 Norsemen, that's good. Kingdom of Mide has deteriorated from -50 to -51. We have to avoid that place. The unfortunate thing is, because we're not protected, there's not a lot we can do about it. Do need to get a declare ourselves as a vassal at some point, get ourselves a liege lord. An elderly woman approaches your party and passes one of your men a letter sealed in plain wax. It is addressed to you. When you break the seal, you see it is from Ragnhild Ragnarsdottir. It reads, I so enjoyed your last visit. As brief as our separation has been, the longing in my heart to see you has made it seem as many years. I am currently in Heidebeer. Alas, as we know, my brother Jarl Sigurd Ragnarsson will not permit me to see you. However, I believe that I can arrange a way for you to enter undetected. Well, of course Sigurd won't let us see his sister. He hates us. Although it might be advantageous to see her. So I think I will arrange to get there. I will also fight these masterless men if I can catch up with them. 5.8, 6.8, yeah, we should be able to. Reason being is, of course, it's just extra morale boost. Oh, hold off. Don't want to fight them as well. Never mind, if they're going to be that close, they'll join and then I'll end up fighting. I don't really want that. So we'll head down to Heidebeer. Faction eliminated. Well, they got wiped out the last time. So there's our sworn enemy. While he's off running in a different direction, I will go see his sister. Guards glare at you, and you know better than to ask permission to enter. However, as you walk back towards your lodgings... What lodgings? An elderly lady dressed in black approaches you. I am Ragnhild Ragnarsdottir's nurse, she whispers urgently. Wait for a while by the spring outside the walls. I will smuggle her ladyship out to meet you, dressed in the guise of a shepherdess. But I beg you, for all our sakes, be discreet. So we're going to go meet her outside by the spring. Apparently. So that's the nurse, an elderly lady. Apparently. So here is the sister. So of course, just by speaking to her, she is happy by our presence. Ah, Ragnar, you must have received my message. How happy I am that you could have come. It is so delightful to have a chance to spend more time together. How much good it does my heart to see you again. Sometimes I feel that there is a mystic bond between us that transcends the distance. Let's see if we can do something. She wants 3 pieces of soapstone. I've never heard of soapstone. I'm going to have to turn it down, but she'll not like that at all. Oh, well, I don't know, because I've never heard of soapstone. I'm going to have to turn it down. So it's as if I never came. You'll not help a woman in need? You should be ashamed, Ragnar. Please help me. Please leave me. Sorry. I have some important embroidery to catch up on. Well, I am sorry. I've never heard of soapstone. There are a few things that have been added to this game since I last played, so it could be one of that. Right, so let's head back up to Ribe and attempt to track down the king. Although while we're going that way, we'll intercept with these guys and try and see if we can get on their good side, because I know what's coming. We've got to make sure all the lords are on my side for the assembly. So let's be polite to him. So we'll make our introductions, and he says, my fame runs before me. Perhaps we shall test each other's valour in a tournament or on the battlefield. Hopefully the former and not the latter. Do you have any tasks for me? No, he doesn't. Then I must beg my leave. Best way to get them to like you is either through money or by completing tasks for them. We are free, brothers. We will fight only for ourselves from now on. Now give us your gold or taste our steel. Well, I ain't paying gold. They look well armed though, so I've got to be careful. Prince, where are you going? Don't run off. Wow, he heard me. So we stand against 6 renown if we win this battle, and we have a battle advantage of 6 also. My men can run faster than me, so let's hope they don't run too fast. Of course, we are flying the banner of Cheeky, my cockatiel. Who on earth is that? It's been outrun by a peasant woman. I should be embarrassed. Whoa! Javelin was a little bit close for my liking. Raise my shield faster. Come on, drop your shield. Ow. Yeah, I mean, as you get better with weaponry and you level up your weapon skill and stuff, you get better at raising your shield. And your shield lasts a little bit longer as well, I believe, if that skill still applies. in the version that doesn't have the expansions, just the vanilla game, you get a shield skill. Can't see anything at all. Oh, there we go. So we lost 11 dead, 8 wounded. Christ, 1 peasant woman wounded, my dog's wounded. Lost 4 Norse freeholders. Lost 2 bowmen. I lost my only bowman. My companions are wounded. But we rescued some prisoners. Doesn't make up for the 11 I lost. But 8 men is better than nothing. And we got 6 prisoners. So let's share some of the loot. I am still desperate for coin. Oh, look at that. Some nice shinies there. We'll end it there though, because 24C. No. 20. Okay. Don't want to take too much because your men don't like it at all. Handsome, I do not think we should keep the company of that fellow Ragnhard. Please hear what I feel in my heart. You don't like anyone, do you, Solvig? As far as I know, he is an exiled man that will never find peace, nor truly be allowed to return to his homeland. This is true. All because he was unable to obey his Jarl. Also true. Well, if he can't obey even his rightful Jarl, what says that he shall obey you? Good point. Please don't take me wrong, Handsome, but I think he is a danger to us all. I think you had best be rid of him. Well, he was my first companion, although we tricked him into helping us. The reason he is with us because he set up his... He basically joined a rebellion against his Jarl. He set up his rebellion's leader, set up his brother, got him killed because he trusted the Jarl, and the Jarl set him up, and it's all a bit of a hoo-ha, but basically, yeah, he's a... I'm just going to say he's a... I don't want you picking fights, basically. It's complicated. So, we're on our way back up. I want to go to this village here, because we're going to need more men. We've only got 54 men. I'm going to recruit some volunteers. I'm also going to go to my refuge, and I'm going to unload some people. Now we've got a limit of 50. I don't know what I'll do about you guys. I'll leave you guys there. I'll unload you lot as well. I'm going to probably drop down to about 30 people. I'll get rid of my bowman just because I want to try and keep my bowman. Actually, I'll get rid of 5 of these guys as well. So got 28 over there. I'll tell you what, 29. Um, 30. So I've got a straight 30 people at base. Let's see if there's a slave trader in Ribe. Looks like pagan priests. So we'll sell these 6 prisoners if I can. You're a happy widow. My men don't need that sort of attention at the moment. Trade with locals. Weaponsmith. Wow, that sword was worth like 2 grand when I pulled it off to dead people. 36.12. Nope. 23. We'll get rid of my boots. Keep them ones. 23. We'll get rid of the axe. And we'll get rid of the shield as well. So that's just under 2 grand I earned from killing those. Oh. I didn't look at that, did I? They've only got 1400. we go. So we'll go to the armourer. Oh, I sold my fish. Give me back my fish. There we go. Okay, so 8 Norse freeholders are willing to follow. 576. What is that? 72 each. Go on then. So that is a village farmer. So I need to find... I'm also going to save the game. I need to find the king. He's usually hanging about in this sort of general region. He won't really stray too far from about that-ish area, because obviously his main plot of land is Ribe. So that's the area we'll stick to. And hopefully we find him. We've got tracks here, party size 200. So we'll follow these tracks. I don't think I've explained to you guys about tracking before, but it is a handy little skill to have. We're 5 hours behind them, and they're going this way. Oh, we're following boar. Let's go do a bit of hunting. A spot of hunting. Although I don't have a bow or a horse, so I have to find 2 boars using my own eyeballs. It looks like them there. Just hope they don't run too fast, because as I say, I got no horse, I got no bow. And there they go. Look at that. I hope they don't run too fast. Yeah, it's not too fast at all. Oh, they're coming back. Ow! Those little bastards. Okay. We'll leave those boars to it, I think. That was a bit funny. Not. Nearly killed myself. Yeah, I don't think we're following the king anymore. Oh, we've lost track of him. Nope, we picked up the trail again. Yeah, I don't think that's the king. So let's come back to Ribe. He wouldn't stray too far from his his town. So there he is. Good to see you again, Ragnar. Whew. Do you have any idea what I've just been through? I took on 2 boars all by myself. It was great. Anyway, let's get to matters at hand. Your liege, your grace. We were attacked at Ol's farm. Lower your voice. Come, follow me. Let us talk in private. He's going to take me off in the woods again, isn't he? You follow the king to a nearby grove, away from prying eyes and ears. This is a good place away from prying ears. Now talk. Let's just. He likes to be direct, so let's be direct with him. He doesn't like being about the bush. My king, as you asked me, I've been your eyes and ears. I know all the important information because in Ragnar's camp there are no secrets. As you already know, Ragnar is the one who broke Sigurd's plans to put a puppet on the throne of Freys. It was more likely an accident than a deliberate act, as Ragnar is looking for Sven Bolnek, Sigurd's first man, for revenge because Sven has imprisoned Ragnar's mother. When Ragnar talked to Sigurd, they agreed that in exchange for Bodo the Cantabrian, Sigurd would deliver up Sven and Ragnar's mother at Olt's farm. Yes, it is more than or less than what I expected. Well, there's no point in saying, well, let's give it a go. He didn't like it. I'm no traitor, I'm loyal to my king, and I'm helping you more than you think. King Horik has a network of informants in all locations, and he already knew about you, but especially Bodo before you arrived. I should have kept my mouth shut, really. Egil, continue. You know that my time and my patience are limited. There is a problem. Sigurd sent Olvir Whitehair to kill Ragnar. Olvir has died, but not before declaring that Sigurd's snake in the eye would take his case to the assembly. I'm sure Ulf will be one witness in his favour by now, my king. Many have seen Ragnar talking to you. Sigurd could use this against you. So the king remains thoughtful for a moment. You have travelled with Ragnar. What do you think of him? I have not much to say. He is someone pretty normal. I have not seen anything special. Well, except for one thing, his luck. His luck is greater than I have known. I do not know how, but he is always victorious. He will help us advance our agenda. Well, I don't think I'm victorious because of luck. I think I'm victorious because, I'm flipping awesome. But never mind that. Looks directly into your eyes. But his mission was not a secret, neither for me nor for Sigurd's snake in the eye, despite all the means taken to make it so. There's a man in the court of Asturias willing to do anything to finish off their King Aldefonso. Can you believe it? Although that kingdom is so far away, they have the same problems that we do. I knew all about this long before you came to see me for the first time, although I pretended to know nothing. Let's just be quiet and say nothing. He sighs. Sigurd wants my kingdom. He has gathered an army with the excuse of going to help his brothers in England. But I fear he could use these men to take my throne if he gets favour in the assembly. Now he has two options to play for such favour. First, Bodo's letter from the kingdom of Asturias, and second, Olvir Whitehair's death. Our fates are crossed, Ragnar. The soothsayers told me about you before you came. They said that a man whose luck is greater than that of Sigurd would come, a man who will save my throne. You want Sven Bolnek and your mother, and I want to thwart Sigurd's plans. I'll help you and you help me. From now on, you have my official protection in Denmark. Okay then. So let's be polite and ask him his plans. Well, I'm glad to see you're on my side. Listen now. His hands move quickly as he explains his thoughts. There is a man in Guthrum who is a faithful man respected in Denmark. I will ask him to lead Sigurd's Vikings to provide support for the invasion of England by the sons of Ragnar. However, my proposal will not succeed if Sigurd's snake in the eye presents Bodo's letter in the assembly, or if he can associate me with the death of Olvir Whitehair. Unfortunately, the letter has been hidden. My contacts say that Sigurd gave it to Atle Eriksson, the second man after Sven Bolnek. Atle sailed from Ribe some time ago, and no one knows his fate. Perhaps the Ribe portmaster knows something, but he will not talk to my people. You have to get this letter soon while I buy loyalties for the assembly. Well, let's try and get a bit of money. So Egel's stepping in. I know the Rye Portmaster, and he is an ambitious man. You'll need enough money to purchase the information. Yeah, I know. Well, I reserve some of my treasure for these contingencies. You may take 15,000 pennings. I hope it's enough to pay the Portmaster and for the other possible expenses. Good. Also, if you want to keep your head on your neck, I would suggest you talk to Ulf and convince him not to testify against you at the assembly. Another thing that might help would be to have good relations with the Jarls of Denmark, so that they will speak well of you at the assembly. I would recommend you meet them and try to get acquainted. Well, I surely do value my neck. Your neck is also important to me now, so trust me. Good luck. Egil walks away with King Horik for a moment, and you see them speak quietly. Then King Horik leaves, and Egil comes back to you. Ragnar, we have a mission to fulfill. Yeah, but your betrayal, we got to talk about that at some point. Brunhild's eyes are a well of tears. You're a lie, Egil. You tricked me. I trusted you. I thought there might be something between us, and all you wanted was information about Ragnar. I thought... And she runs away. Well, we all know what happened there then, don't we? He seems hurt, puts a hand over his heart and looks in your eyes. King Horik is my king and my father. My loyalty is to him above any other. I don't have to give anyone an explanation. I didn't use Brunhild. We both had fun. It's her fault if she thought that it was something more. She should have known that someone like me will never marry, and certainly not a Frisian slave. You can think whatever you want, but thanks to me, you have the support of my father. Well, let's get rid of him when this is done. We'll send him back to his father. Right. So we need to go to the bribe first of all. So let's scroll down. Let's head back to town. We'll speak with the portmaster, get the information required, and then we'll head up to the farm. So let's stroll through the town and speak to this chap here. Welcome, sir. What do you need? Well, we need Atle Eriksson. So he comes up to us and we can smell that horrible familiar smell of cheap beer on his breath. Why do you always talk so loudly? Well, you know me, I'm a good source of information, but everything has a price. He gives you a strange look. Listen carefully, this information is especially valuable. We're talking about the number 2 man in Denmark, Sigurd Snake in the Eye. How about 12,000 pennings? Do you have this kind of money? If not, perhaps you could do me a little favour instead. I have a client who needs to move some furs to Dublin, in Ireland. Why wouldn't you take the furs for me? In return, I will give you the information. Well, I reckon we can try and swindle a discount out of him. Well, just this one time, but do not tell anyone. I have my reputation to uphold. 8,000 pennings, and this info is yours. Got the money? Well, there we go. We got given 15,000, and we're spending 8, so we've got change already. So you can have the money, and we don't have to do that trip with the furs, because that is a long trip. Well, but remember, no more discounts. Well, Atle Eriksson is in North Viga. At least that's what one of his men told the whore here. Apparently Atle carries something important that needs to be hidden. For now, he has gone to hide in a cave on the north coast of North Viga, near Hordaland. Farduval. Well, we can't get too close to North Viga because... Oh wait, no, we're not part of Denmark, so... we shouldn't be too concerned about it, because Denmark are at war with them. But because we're not allied to a lord of Denmark, we should be okay. So let's take a trip up to... Actually, no. I have prisoners I want to try and sell. So let's see if there's anyone in the mead hall. So we've got Happy Widow, Townsman, and... nope. Okay then. That settles that. So let's start heading up towards the farmstead. So hopefully it shouldn't take us too long. So I'll save it before we arrive. Actually, if we go there, we'll make it daytime before we go as well. I believe these sort of things we've got to make sure it's daytime. And what I'll do as well is check my character. No skills. My army. No one to promote. Oh, where are you going? So it's just a case of saving. Game saved. And we'll wait until dawn. Right, so let's go see what sort of trouble we can get into. Return when you have 30 or fewer men in your party. So we have to come here, go to quarters, take a look at the troops. Deposit 3 there. Kind of annoying, only depositing 3, but... Okay, so we'll enter the farmstead. Kind of funny, because it's like, oh yeah, you kind of have like 30 odd men coming along, but there's no one behind me. Right, so there's the guy we're going to end up dueling. My good man Ulf. Ragnar, what are you doing here again? Well, Ulf, I don't want you to testify against me, man. You're like my best buddy. I prefer to talk about my daughter. She's pregnant with the illegitimate child of one of your men who raped her in the night after drinking too much mead. You have dishonored my house and my daughter. I will present my case to the assembly. What mead? I stopped them from drinking it. Okay. I want to keep him on my side. Well, I'll tell you what, let's just do the usual route that I did previously rather than trying to change the course of action. So I will say that I will offer compensation. The law in Denmark makes a distinction between if she was raped or voluntarily surrendered. It is important to note the difference in status. Anyway, if you want to avoid further problems and leave this man satisfied, give him 4,000 pennings, and he will deliver all his daughters to sleep with you. Egil laughs at his own joke while making indecent gestures. Do not listen to silly Egil, sir, but it's true that with 4,000 pennings, Ulf will be more than happy and will not testify against you. So this isn't going to be cheap. Oh, money. My favourite topic. This is where I come in. And who are you? He is Orm the Black, guest of Ulf Thorensen and future owner of his farm and daughter. I am not in the habit of eavesdropping, but since everything related to this farmstead is now my business, I have decided to introduce myself and act. So let's inquire how he's the future owner of this farm. Ragnar, my father has his pride, but we need your support. Ormsvarti is a berserk and a duelist. He is an evil person, but no one can stand up to him. He arrived shortly after you left us and asked for my hand, after which my father withheld. Then he challenged my father to a duel to the death. Orm will kill my father and then stay with me on the farm. My father is old and cannot deal with this man. Please be our second. She spits near the foot of Orm. This man is scum, my lord. She challenges old defenceless peasants in order to steal everything they have. Worst of all, he wants to make Ulf's daughter a slave, and who knows what will happen to the child in Thora's belly. Ignore them. You're lucky I'm here. Ulf will not testify against you in the assembly on the account of his death, and the girl will not be your problem because I will take care of her and the rat within. And since I like you, I'll give you half the price. All you have to do is give me 2,000 pennings. What do you say? Well... gonna fight on Ulf's behalf. My party seemed to like that idea. My lord, are you sure? Have you considered your relative height and your old wounds? This man is made for murder. No, worse, he's a berserker. If he enters his trance, Ragnar, he won't have a chance. Ha! No way to back out now. A word spoken is a word that cannot be returned. The gods bless you, Ragnar. We will always be indebted to you. I did not expect this selfless reaction. I know that I do not stand a chance against Ormsvarti, so I am very grateful. What happens? Know that I will not testify against you at the assembly. Ragnarsson will not like it much, but it's you that are here for me. What's more, I won't ask Wergeld for my daughter. What you do makes up for any debt between us. Thank you. We are now at peace. If you are such an idiot, the better for me. Such heroes always end up occupying but 6 square feet of earth, if you so desire such a plot. Your time has come. I am only too happy to add to all of your things to the farm and the girl. You move from the farm to a clearing where Ulf's thralls are preparing a ritual circle of stones that mark the boundary of the dueling arena. Around you, all the men from the farm and your old men form another circle to cheer you on. In front of you, Orm the Black warms his oversized muscles. He seems confident. Perhaps given his spotless record of wins, he can't be said to be too confident. Your companions give you pats on the back, advice and wishes for good luck. All but Reginald, who is pessimistic and says he will record the runes on your gravestone. Suddenly Egil points towards Orm. The berserker has ceased to warm up his muscles. His body convulses uncontrollably and his white foams white. Suddenly he lifts his head and, looking at you with bloodshot eyes, shouts something unintelligible. He launches himself towards you like a viper, much more quickly than one would expect from such a large man. Here we go. Hopefully we're able to beat this guy. Bit of a tough fight. Bit of luck there, really. Got a few lucky shots in. Orm the Black's corpse lies at your feet. Your arms are sore from blocking the brutality of his attacks, and your mind keeps replaying the more desperate moments of the duel. You wonder at the fury of Orm and his apparent immunity to pain. There's no doubt you're lucky, for you have just survived a fight with the berserker. Ulf seems very happy. He carries in his hands the sword and chainmail of Orm Svarti. Ragnar, thank you very much for saving my life, my farm, and my daughter, Thora. I want to reward you by giving you these treasures. Besides, these are the weapons of Orm Svarti. I think they should be yours. I'm going to tell him to keep the money, but I'll take the sword and mail. You're a generous man. I hope you leave the assembly in good standing. My house is your house. Farewell. There is no doubt that your luck exceeds that of the most other man. You, my friend, are destined either for greatness or to give greatness to whoever kills you. You've beaten a notorious berserker. You have my respect and admiration. So there we go, folks. I've managed to catch up to where I left off with screwing up. Previously, where I died to him and ended up losing my previous progress. I will pick up these three guys. And we will leave it at that. So, stay tuned. If you like what I've done today, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. What I will say is as well, I always upload my live streams to YouTube, so if you want to catch them live in the act, feel free to head over to my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/WallaWalla322. I will drop the link in the description as well for you guys if you are new to my YouTube channel. So hopefully I'll see you there at my live channel. Take care, guys. See you soon.